How often do you use your phone before you go to bed? Nowadays, mobile phones became part and parcel of our lives, and often our efficiency as well as productivity directly depend on our devices. We use phones throughout the day, and many people use it even before going to bed. In this speech, I'd like to talk about how using a phone before bedtime affects our sleep process. The central idea of my speech sounds like this. If people stop using the smartphone before bedtime, or at least gradually reduce the amount of time spent on it, their sleep process will become much deeper and more complete. In my speech, firstly, we will know about the effect of using a phone before bed. Secondly, the solution to this issue. And finally, the advantages we will receive if we apply this strategy in life. Let's begin by looking at the effect of using smartphones before going to bed. Using a phone before bedtime makes us stressed. Sydney Johnson, one of the editors at EdSource, in her 2019 article, shares that 61% of parents and 70% of children check their devices within 30 minutes of falling asleep. Another author, Henry Blodgett, he's a co-founder and CEO of Insider Incorporated, published an article in 2012 where he says that too much screen time leads to the reduction of melatonin, the chemical that makes us sleep. Along with 63% of people are complaining about the sleep shortage that makes them stressed and depressed. In my case, I started to notice that over the past month, I've become more active in using my smartphone before going to bed and spending 15 to 30 minutes watching needless videos. Now we know about the effect of using a phone before bedtime. Let's try to find a solution to this problem. Stop using your device 60 minutes before bedtime. I recently came across an interesting 2019 article by Cleveland Clinic, a non-profit academic medical center where one of the doctors, in our case Dr. Walia, suggests to put our phones in a different room or set our smartphones on night mode to minimize notifications and other distracting factors. As I mentioned earlier, I had a kind of a habit of using my phone before going to bed. As it almost always happens, it was difficult at first, and I started by turning off my phone 10 minutes before bedtime, then 15 minutes before going to bed, and step by step, I reached 1 hour, and it benefited. So far, we have talked about the effect and solution. Now, I'd like to focus our attention on benefits we will receive if we start to apply this strategy. This approach saves you unnecessary worries. A Philadelphia-based freelance lifestyle writer, Kristen Kopashevsky, in her 2019 article, shared with benefits of stopping phone usage before going to bed. She said that it allowed her to improve her sleep quality, the stress and frustration disappeared from her morning routine, which left more space to real emotions and meaningful moments in her life. In this regard, I call you to stop using your phone before bedtime by setting night mode or simply putting your phone in another room. At this point, I'd like to summarize what we've discussed so far. In this speech, we'll learn about the negative impact of using a phone on the sleep process, found a way to solve this problem, namely setting night mode on your phone or just simply leaving your device in another room, and learn about the positive consequences of implementing this solution. Using your device before going to bed decreases your desire to sleep, thus making you more irritable during the day. That is why I encourage you to stop using your phone, or as in my case, gradually reduce the amount of time spent on it. If you do this, your sleep process will become more complete and you will feel yourself much better. Thank you for your attention and a lot of time. Bye.